Hello everybody, my name is Wilder, and I would like to speculate a little bit about something that we could potentially see in Rune Factory 5, and something I've heard a lot of people say that they would like. And that is online multiplayer, or some type of online feature altogether. It's 2019, and in games these days, multiplayer is everywhere. Whether it's online multiplayer or online co-op, online has gotten into just about every franchise in one way or another. And with how popular it is these days, plus with Nintendo now growing their online subscription service, I don't think it's too crazy to think that there will be some type of online support for Rune Factory 5. Now another reason as to why it's not such a crazy idea is because Rune Factory actually had online support in the past, with it being in Rune Factory 2 and 3. In Rune Factory 2, it wasn't anything too special. You could trade items with other people. But in Rune Factory 3, they stepped it up a little bit. There was a dungeon that was always randomly generated. You and your friends could go in it, and it had a bunch of gear and items that you could bring back to your own save file. The really cool thing about this is that time didn't move while you were in this dungeon, so you could go in here and grind out a lot of items with some friends, then go back to your own town with overpowered equipment and no time would have passed. You could just blow right through the story in dungeons. This was a really cool idea, and honestly, if Rune Factory 5 had something like this, I wouldn't mind it. Even connecting with random people to go through the dungeon would be pretty fun. In the past, Harvest Moon games have also had multiplayer in them, with the games on the 3DS having item trading, just like Rune Factory 2. Even if we called item trading the bare minimum, I still think that Rune Factory 5 could implement this. And this is actually pretty useful as well, because if you need a specific item to craft something, but it's a little hard to find, trading with someone who has an extra is always useful. This actually helped me a lot in Harvest Moon: A New Beginning. Some of those items are crazy to find. But let's step away from the item trading and look at full-blown multiplayer. If we look at Stardew Valley, the game introduced a multiplayer mode that's really fun. It lets you have up to 3 friends live on your farm with you. You share profits, you can all do farm work together, you could all trigger cutscenes. It works well for Stardew Valley. But I don't know if this system would work quite as well for Rune Factory 5 because of the series having an abundant amount of events, cutscenes, and story. However, the shared farm idea is one that I think could work. What if we had some type of farm that you could share with friends that wasn't in anyone's town but was actually in its own server or room, and you'd only be able to get into this room with a code or password? That way, you could all go back and forth between this farm and your own, and you could all grow crops together. I think this could work, honestly. It would allow you to work together with other people without them affecting your farm and ruining anything in your personal save file. And if this became a thing, you'd all be in the same place already anyway, so this could be how you trade items as well. Now, if you saw my speculation video about monster breeding in Rune Factory 5, card in the top right corner if you haven't, then this could also be a place to trade monsters with other people. This separate farmland brings up quite a few possibilities, and I can definitely see it working in some way. Another thing we could potentially see is minigames. There could be a few minigames that you could play against your friends, or random people, and win prizes to take back to your save file. Maybe the prizes will just be like extra seeds, or some like slightly rare ore, nothing crazy. I don't want to grind out minigames with my friends to get crazy OP armor. That sounds like an exploit waiting to happen. Although this video is about online multiplayer, we could also touch on regular multiplayer. Some good old couch co-op. If we had couch co-op in the game, maybe the second player could be a copy of your character and you could split up the farm work. Or maybe the second player's role could be a little smaller but still have an impact. Kinda like, this is a weird example here, but kinda like Super Mario Galaxy and its sequel, both on the Wii. In that game, the second player can collect star bits, throw them, and hold down enemies to make it easier to beat them. I don't know, maybe something small like that. Nothing that would affect the game too badly, but would also make it worth playing multiplayer. But what I really want to know is, what do you think about this? Would this work? How would it work? Let me know down in the comments below. Don't forget to leave a like if you enjoyed this video. Down in the description there are links to my Twitter and Discord, so you can go check those out if you'd like. Thank you all so much for watching, and as always, I will see you in the next one.